Keep Right with Ralph K. Ginorio. Progressive Utopia or Human Freedom. A person's mind and heart are revealed in their aims. Intentions define us, as surely as do words and deeds. What kind of world and society do progressives wish to bring about? And what does this say about them? Their ultimate goal is to design and establish an earthly utopia. They see America as being so irredeemably flawed as to require total replacement. This is not merely a matter of finding fault and trying to incrementally correct it. To progressives, our entire set of values and way of life is imperfect because we do not fully live up to their ideal or even, frankly, to our own ideals. Our American way of life is to them worse than useless. It is harmful. Their ideal future will be an earthly paradise of genuine justice, where no one is disenfranchised and all past oppressions have been avenged. Instead of indulging in sloth, people will all work generously according to their abilities. Instead of engaging in greed, each person will consume only according to need. The United States is nothing like this ideal. Because of this, American progressives loathe the actual existent United States and despise Americans as we now exist. We are free, not perfect. Instead of embracing what they deem to be the self-evident truth that they adhere to, we accept the give and take between diverse viewpoints that is necessary in any system of liberty. We are more complicated than we are pure. The impertinent majority of Americans do not even instinctively defer to the left's wisdom. Instead, we each mostly live our own lives as if only our own dreams mattered. American progressives, European social democrats, fascists, national socialists, and communists all work in their diverse ways to build the same utopia. They all recognize that the benefits of such ends to humanity outweigh any qualms about employing inhumane means. The cause demands human sacrifice, nothing less. It is no accident that in the century following the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917, over 100 million men, women, and children were murdered across the world in the left's fervid pursuit of paradise. Human beings are reduced to their scale of value into being mere human resources existing to be exploited by idealists and used by social engineers. Most Americans can see this as being true of fascists, national socialists, and communists. However, the thought that well-intentioned liberal neighbors of theirs could harbor such psychopathic idealism seems ludicrous. Unfortunately, the mass of Democratic voters have little influence on their party's leadership. One small evidence of this is that since at least 2016, an inter-party cabal of oligarchs has persistently short-circuited the process of nominating the Democratic candidate for president. Neither Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, nor Kamala Harris were chosen as a result of any bottom-up Democratic process. They were selected by the elite, not elected by the masses. The goodwill of traditional reform-minded Democrats of the Harry Truman model has been exploited by socialists such as Bernie Sanders, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Zohran Mamdani. Their objective is a revolution to replace the U.S. Constitution with their utopia. In Minnesota and Maine, we see another consequence of this leftist focus on ideological progress over all other priorities. In both states, and no doubt in many more, Democrats connived with Somali immigrants to defraud the federal social programs that progressives care so very much for. Citizens from all over the United States have had their tax money diverted to give these foreign enclaves welfare benefits so munificent that they need not assimilate into our melting pot. Worse, Somalia itself, the nation in the Horn of Africa, was enriched by billions of laundered U.S. tax dollars. Worse still, Al-Shabaab, an Islamic terror organization, has also benefited. Yet, former vice presidential nominee Tim Walz Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Attorney General Keith Ellison all circle their wagons to protect each other, supported by the Democratic National Committee and the legacy media. None of them really care intrinsically about such corruption. All these schemes, all of them, redistributed wealth from those who they deem to be oppressive colonizers into the hands of the formerly disenfranchised third world Somalis. The only thing they care about is being caught, embarrassed, and held accountable. They are really concerned about losing power. The coercive power of the state is indispensable to their utopian plans. Without it, they cannot forcibly deconstruct our society and our individual selves. With it, they can employ yet one more variant of operant conditioning on a civilization-wide scale, as in Russia, Italy, Germany, China, and dozens of other nations acquired by utopian collectivists. Rewards will be showered on the faithful and punishments visited upon dissenters. Their pursuit of paradise is not merely to be achieved through persuasion. Force will inevitably be employed, sooner by revolutionaries, but inevitably merely later by incrementalists such as America's progressives. Such things are actually happening right now in the United Kingdom and in the European Union. Their brave new worlds are well on their way in Canada, in blue states like California, and in blue cities like New York. Ultimately, if they succeed, their utopia will have no limit. Instead of money, we will have social credit scores. Instead of family, we will have the collective. Instead of nations, all humanity will be unified. And instead of God, we will have the party. Remember this. The next time that a progressive complains about capitalism, Christianity, racism, traditional American exceptionalism, or anything else within our shared Western civilization, behind this criticism is a cold calculation that our time has come and gone. Criticism itself isn't bad. We need criticism. But their criticism has a different motive. In their pitiless calculus, nothing of our present world, none of our insights, ideas, or dreams has any place at all in their better tomorrow. Thank you for listening.